opportunities and job placement. So about these wonderful participants this evening, they are the talented and committed cohort of our media training program. This is a intensive 6-month program that provides training, experience, career exploration, and exposure to film, TV, and the advertising industry. So Career Night is designed to help our cohort to hear about different creative career paths directly from industry professionals. This evening will be split into 2 panels. The first panel is our advertising panel. It is led by Sue Curavilla. Is that right? Did I do okay? I did okay? Okay, I did okay. Anyways, and then we'll take a 10-minute short break, and then our second panel is our TV and film panel, which is led by the lovely Nicole Mendez. And from there will be from 8 to 9, we're gonna have a networking session. So if you can stay, that would be amazing, so that our participants can network with you and discuss the evening's chats.
So do your homework. Do your homework, okay? And then know what you're good at, know what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and work on those weaker areas. Promote your stronger areas. And then how I found these jobs, I don't know. I went back to school and I got this master's, and I thought, oh yeah, someone's gonna hire me because I got a master's. No, nobody did that. They didn't care. I had to still work and try to do all kinds of free things. But I think what I did in finding hidden jobs was just, I don't want to say just, because it was hard, okay? Hard. Go out there to every event, get out there, and you know, the most important thing I think was doing informational interviews. So identify areas that you are interested in working and identify people, like the panel before, but then research the crap out of that person. Go on LinkedIn, do everything, research, and someone told this to me because I went and did an informational interview and I knew nothing. I did not prepare and it was embarrassing. But usually will say, yeah, come on in, and you wow them. You go in there and you ask them, what is your story? How did you make the transition? And then they're gonna tell you about some of the hidden jobs that are out there, you know? So that's kind of what I did, a lot of informational interviews, a lot of meeting up with people, going to all kinds of industry events, and you see all these weird titles. And then for this job, going from WGC to CBC, I don't know, I was looking for standard like project management jobs, you know, policy analyst jobs, and I couldn't find it. And then I saw this thing, I'm like, okay, but it said CBC, and I'm like, okay. And then it said engagement and inclusion, I'm like, okay. And then I looked at all the, you know, the specs and stuff, the qualifications, I thought, okay, I can do this. And one of the things I just gotta say quickly, one of the things that we do as people from underrepresented groups, we look at an ad and we say, I can't do 100% of what's on that job ad. Do not do that. You know what? If you know about 60%, apply for it, and to get someone to help you apply for that. Talk to people around you about how should I write my resume, how should I prepare for a job interview. That stuff is all online. I'm telling you this stuff now because, God damn it, I wish someone had told this to me, and it's so important for people from underrepresented groups.
This is always a weird one for me because I came from Saskatchewan. So I always say I've succeeded despite the color of my skin, not because of the color of my skin. Now there's a lot of incentive programs and they're looking for people of color on sets. When I came out of school, I wanted to be a director. There was no way that anyone was hiring a black female director. So I ended up in the office. And thank God, because that's exactly where I belonged. I wouldn't be a director if it was the last job available to me. It's a hard job, a lot of responsibility. And because I was in a market that required most of my interactions to happen via email, most of the supply companies, because I dealt with the boys, right? I dealt with White, I dealt with Panavision, I dealt with Kodak. They all thought they were dealing with a white guy. And it wasn't until we got on the phone that I went to an industry thing and they were like, you're Tahana? The Whites team took a picture with you. So how did I carve out? Is that what you're asking?
How are you helping to carve out space now?
Well, and so now I really do focus on Black women in film. Like it is my passion. I teach a lot of master classes. I teach workshops to youth. I'm here doing this panel. And I will have coffee with anyone. Will you mentor me through it? Sure. So I meet with her once a week, and we just go through the budgeting process. I'm available because I got lots of time because I work for a broadcaster.
So I was feeling super isolated because, yeah, it's a pretty white industry. So I started a group for people of color in the industry called BIPOC TV and Film, and I just organize like events, so Q&As and panels, mixers and stuff, and then recently, like in the past year or so, kind of brought a few more people on to kind of form more of a visioning committee. Nicole is now on it. But I find just to counteract it's just fucking hard. It's really hard.
When we have $1 million from Bell. But that was the cabinet, and it was spread over. But just having that control and working for a small organization where there was not that much oversight, we could do amazing things. And so with that program, we found we were able to not find, but I would say create a platform for the awesome talent like Natalie, who's out there. So we had 76 people go through that program, and there were writers' rooms for drama, scripted primetime show, and they were all white. And people not generally mean, but they